Welcome viewers to my first edition of Regional Review for this year. I hope so far the year has been treating you very well. But for now we're taking a quick look at news from the Khomas region that reached the headlines in the last couple of weeks.
Hi Sonia.
Hi Tufeni. What are you reading?
I'm reading about the Child Care and Protection Act in this pamphlet I got from school.
What's that?
It is Namibia's main law for the children and the issues affecting them. The Act classifies here that a child is anyone under the age of 18 years. Check out some of the rights meant to protect you. For more information, contact the Children's Advocate.
For more information, contact the Children's Advocate Namibia in the Office of the Ombudsman on 061 20 73 111. Send us an SMS on 20401. SMS costs 40 cents. You can also send us a message via our Facebook page. Remember, the services of the Children's Advocate are free of charge.
Newsprint Namibia is a web offset printing operation that specializes in the printing of newspapers and commercial inserts. We are the leaders in our industry with the highest quality print work and the shortest turnaround time from computer to print and delivery anywhere in the country daily. Newsprint was established mainly as a newspaper print company, but had to diversify its business to do commercial printing as required in the market. We print commercial inserts previously printed in South Africa in the shortest possible time. We, as an organization, also started printing workbooks for our education system and will also print textbooks for the Namibian market. For more information, please contact print@newsprint.com.
In our first news story today, in a bid to enhance Namibia's digital transformation, a national strategy plan for 20 to 2028 was held last week. The fourth validation workshop for Namibia's national digital strategy took place in Windhoek last week, aimed at articulating the country's vision for digital transformation, fostering a digitally literate, innovative and inclusive society. Addressing the one-day event, Audryn Mather, ED of the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, emphasized the critical moment in Namibia's digital journey, highlighting that governance and strategic foresight in the digital realm are not just options but imperatives for development. Expressing gratitude to partners like the German Agency for International Cooperation and Impact Tank, Mather underscored the significance of the workshop in gathering insights and expertise to shape a digital future aligned with Namibia's development goals. Neil Swanepoel, project manager at Impact Tank, spoke of the importance of digital infrastructure such as fiber optic cable and satellites for ensuring widespread internet access. Swanepoel explained that the goal is to position Namibia for success in technology and digital capabilities over the next 5 years. The workshop, part of the strategy's validation process, sought input from participants to refine the draft. Swanepoel noted that the strategy's draft status would be further refined based on workshop feedback before submission to the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology for ministerial and cabinet approval. This ongoing initiative aims to prepare Namibia for the future, providing technological tools, skills, and access to opportunities locally and internationally. The workshop follows previous sessions held between September and October last year. The National Digital Strategy seeks to lay a robust foundation for the leveraging digitalization to enhance prosperity and ensure a sustainable and tech-savvy future for Namibia. Good news for those who haven't done so yet. The SIM card registration period has been extended to March 2024, along with a warning that no further extensions would be granted. Coming as a relief to many, Information and Communications Technology Minister Peo Moshelenga announced the extension of the mandatory registration of SIM cards until 31 March of this year. The government adopted this policy to address security concerns, combat crime, and facilitate the application of digital services. As at in December, only around 1.5 million of more than 2.3 million mobile users had registered their SIM cards, accounting for slightly over 60% of active SIM card registrations. Moshelenga, after consulting with relevant stakeholders, extended the deadline, citing his powers under the interpretation of laws of proclamation of 1920. The 3-month extension, dating from 1 January to 31 March of this year, provides additional time for the submission of information on existing customers. The registration period spans 2 years for all service providers in total. Moshelenga emphasized that the registration aims to manage mobile fraud, facilitate e-service rollout, and enable digital surveillance and interception for criminal investigations and counter-terrorism efforts. He cautioned that cards not registered by the deadline would be suspended, leading to unintended consequences. In light of this, Moshelenga urged all subscribers who have not yet registered their SIM cards to take advantage of the grace period. This extension aligns with the government's commitment to enhancing security measures, ensuring the responsible use of mobile services, and contributing to the overall safety of the Namibian population. The news that more significant oil discoveries have been made along the coast of Namibia has been greeted with much excitement. Here's more. NAMCOR announced a landmark achievement with the discovery of significant oil at its Mupani 1X well in the Orange Basin offshore Namibia. This breakthrough, announced last week, is a pivotal moment for Namibia, marking its trajectory towards becoming a major player in the global energy market and a substantial step towards energy self-sufficiency and economic prosperity. NAMCOR, in partnership with Galp Energia Holdings, which is 80% of the operating interest, and Custos Energy, which holds 10%, with NAMCOR maintaining a 10% carried interest, plans to conduct a comprehensive analysis of the acquired data. The next critical step involves a drill stem test in the coming weeks to evaluate the commercial potential of this newly discovered oil reservoir. According to a media statement by NAMCOR, the exploration will not stop with this discovery. The partners intend to explore deeper targets within Block 2813A, and upon completion, the rig will relocate to the Mupani 2X site to further assess the extent of this momentous discovery. NAMCOR's interim managing director, Shiwama Ndunyema, emphasized their commitment to responsibly developing Namibia's petroleum resources, adding that the recent discovery underscores NAMCOR's dedication, expertise, and its crucial role in positioning Namibia prominently in the global energy landscape. He expressed anticipation for the outcomes of ongoing analysis and testing, emphasizing the potential economic reshaping of the country. He added that the find is an amazing time for Namibia and NAMCOR, saying that Mupani 1X discovery is not just a significant achievement for his company, but a beacon of hope for the entire nation's economic future. Ndunyema said that the discovery holds promise for a transformative opportunity and economic growth for Namibia, positioning it as a key player in the global energy sector. The annual Quinton Steele Botha Training Athletics Camp for children took place in the capital last week. This is in a bid to unearth Namibia's natural young talent. Here's more. The 31st edition of the Quinton Steele Botha Athletics and Training Camp took place in the capital last week, drawing over 120 athletes. Established in 1993 by the late Namibian athletics administrator, the 4-day clinic focused on fundamental principles across all athletic events, including sprints, hurdles, throws, high and long jumps. Athletes of all ages underwent training in field and track events, accompanied by psychological and motivational sessions, gearing them up for the upcoming athletics season. A team of coaches, including Henk Botha, South African high jump coach Jonathan Gryvenstein, and long jump coach Charlie Stronghemmer, conducted the training. Dutch long-distance coach Grete Koens also shared her expertise, joined by top middle long-distance runners from the Netherlands. Event organizer Leonie van Rensburg expressed her excitement at the continued strong attendance of athletes at the camp and acknowledged the sponsors for their consistent support. The camp's goal remains to unearth new talent and make a positive impact on athletes' lives and careers, equipping them with new skills and enhancing their performance in the upcoming athletics season. Finally, residents of Windhoek were treated to a spectacular fireworks show on New Year's Eve. Residents of the capital gathered in large numbers on the 31st of December to celebrate the arrival of 2024, marked by a stunning fireworks show. The festive event took place in front of the municipal offices in the city centre, where hundreds of revellers witnessed the customary fireworks display illuminating the clear Namibian sky. As the clock struck midnight, the municipality treated onlookers to a mesmerising 10-minute fireworks show, captivating audiences of all ages. Preceding the display was a music show featuring local artists, including Top Cherry, who led the countdown into the new year. Earlier that day, President Hage Geingob extended his heartfelt wishes to all Namibians for the new year. He emphasized unity, urging citizens to join hands and ensure that no one feels excluded from the Namibian house. In a New Year's statement, President Geingob expressed optimism for 2024, referring to it as the year of expectations and elections, marking a new beginning for all Namibians. The celebration not only featured a dazzling display of fireworks, but also highlighted the spirit of unity and anticipation for the opportunities and challenges that lie ahead in the new year.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
Hi, Kambaripa.
Hi, Melissa.
You look upset. Is everything okay?
A healthcare worker refused to attend to me because I visited the healthcare facility without a guardian.
Healthcare workers are not allowed to do that. This sounds like a job for your shield of survival.
Huh?
Your rights, they're your superpowers. Your shield of survival is your right to life, health, nutrition, shelter, and an adequate standard of living.
For more information, contact the Children's Advocate Namibia in the Office of the Ombudsman on 061 20 73 111. Send us an SMS on 20401. SMS costs 40 cents. You can also send us a message via our Facebook page. Remember, the services of the Children's Advocate are free of charge.
In our interview segment today, my colleague Jemima Ndebele spoke to Versace the artist.
We are joined by Rajan Cluster, who is also known as Versace the artist. Now, you are a 22-year-old creative entrepreneur who taught himself how to tattoo and then consequently started your own business using that skill.
Yes.
Can you tell me how you got to knowing that this creative art form works for you?
This creative art form is simply one of the best. It's simply living out my dreams, you know, who I am and who I want to be. You know, I've been studying for a year, paid my own studies and everything. And then at the end of the day, I didn't feel it was worth it. So then I thought, let me just do what I love doing. Then I started tattooing myself, tattooing friends around me, and soon tattooing became part of me.
So you mentioned earlier in a conversation that we had before going on camera that most of the designs that you do are the designs that you come up with by yourself.
Yes.
So I take it you then also draw and paint and so on.
Yes, I keep myself busy with a lot of artisticness, like painting, drawing, sketching. Actually, I'm busy right now learning to airbrush, airbrushing like paintings on cars, detailing, things like those. Yeah, so I keep myself busy with a lot of artistic. I also do music, like part-time, just keep myself, you know.
So
Yeah,
you're like
it
just a walking ball of creativity.
Yes, I call it artistification, you know.
No?
Artistification. Yeah.
And how many tattoos do you have?
Probably by right now, I probably have more than 45 tattoos, I think.
And they're all self-made?
All of them are self-made. But the ones where I can't reach, I didn't do myself. I got like an artist from all the way from Belfast, Incup. Incup does all my tattoos, so shout out to Incup for doing all my tattoos. Yeah, so I'm really not really satisfied by the work of some artists, but I don't judge them. We get better by each day. Every day we tattoo, and we learn new skills with every tattoo we encounter.
So your first tattoo, was it one that you made yourself?
Yes, it was one. This was actually my first tattoo. This was, I actually did it with a homemade machine. This was my first tattoo. This is my name, Rajan, but just like the back part of my name, Jean. So then I did it with a homemade machine at first, and probably obviously it wasn't quality ink. So I did like this homemade shinies, you know, like a zombie and with Seppo. Yeah, and a homemade machine I made myself. From like a car motor, like you know this remote car motors, yeah.
And how were you sure that this thing was gonna work?
I just checked out on YouTube.
And what ink did you use?
It was like homemade ink, just mixing different type of liquids that's absorbed into the skin and makes the color into the skin, yeah.
Now you're 22. When did you start your business? When did you explore all of this?
I actually started my business let's say 6 years ago. Actually 8 years ago. Then I started tattooing.
And
but
so
then
you were in high school?
obviously, yeah, from high school, yeah. So because I had to start hustling for myself, you know. In this life of today, it's not easy to be a man, so you gotta hustle hard, keep things going, you know.
That is true.
Yeah. So from a young age, I taught myself to be very independent and not reluctant from other people. So I started tattooing at a young age, like 5 years professionally, 8 years. The other 3 years, I was just immature tattoo artist, finding my feet and everything. But there was no tattoo artist that I can say that I encountered on trying to teach me, or like I seeked out a lot, but never got that, you know, that attention. So I just thought, why would I be relying on other people to teach me what I can teach myself and become the best? With every tattoo I did, I got better and better and better and better. Like I said, I believe I'm an inborn artist, so it wasn't really that difficult for me, but it was a challenge. Bring myself all the way to where I am now. This is actually my third shop I own right now.
Really? So now so for our viewers, he is currently based close to OK Mini Mark in Kommersdal. If you are looking to get yourself tatted up, make sure to make a stop by at Inkmagination Tattoos, just close to OK Mini Mark Foods in Kommersdal. Now, you are currently based here. Where were your previous locations?
Firstly, I opened the shop by myself, like it was like a barber shop, and I did the shop in the garage of neighbors of mine's yard, close to my house. So started off there, and then it didn't work for me because I became too comfortable in my spot. So then I went back home, tattooing from home again. Home tattooing wasn't really my thing because I didn't want all the attention at my house, you know. So I used to go to clients' houses at first, like from the start. But later on, I got my own shop. It didn't work out. I went back home, tattooed from home a little bit, and I opened another shop at Woermann Hyper here at Kommersgrove Mall. I opened a shop there at the barber shop again, and I was renting a space at the barber shop, but it was a private area. like I was there like for 8 months, and then I closed that shop again, went back home, and then I decided to go on my own, like open my own shop, my private space, whereby, and then I was searching for a shop. I was searching, couldn't get like a very clarifying space for the atmosphere, you know. So then I found this spot, and I am very grateful that I found this spot, because this spot has been, it's been the ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been attracting a lot of clients. As you can see, that my spot is very, my tattoo parlor is very artistic. I can be myself in here. Like you found me doing a painting against the wall when you came in.
Yeah.
I love art.
So tell me, what are some of the tattoo styles that do you like minimalism? Do you like realism? What are some of the tattoo styles that just work for you?
Yeah, you get a lot of tattoo styles, you know. Like people don't really go with like a specific style when they come to tattooing. People just get random pictures from the internet, and they'll be like, "Sukti chapi of I want this tattoo," you know, coming with that reference to me, and then I do something we call stenciling. So it's obviously projecting that same image that the person came to me with, just projecting that image and pasting it onto the skin and just going over that lining and making it a tattoo, bringing art to life. But for me, I like to practice realism. Like I said, I do a lot of sketching, portraits by drawing. So also with the machine and the work of tattooing, I love doing realism. Yes, and traditional also, like Maori tattoos, minimalist tattoos are overall.
Yeah.
If a tattoo artist can't do a minimalist tattoo, then
He probably shouldn't be a tattoo artist.
yeah, that's where it starts, you know. Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much for your time. But before I let you go, can you just let me know who are some of the biggest motivations in your life? The people that keep you going.
That kept me going. I used to watch Ink Master a lot, you know. So there was this one tattoo artist, Anthony Michaels. I used to look up to that guy a lot because he practices realism, and he actually is one of Ink Master's crowned Ink Master. And he's one of the best tattoo artists in like worldwide, because Ink Master is not just for us tattoo artists, but for everybody in public. Also my mother and my father, most definitely my wifey. We're engaged, not married yet. We're engaged,
Well,
getting there.
speaking it into existence.
Yeah, getting it there. Yeah, they motivated me a lot. You know, in this business whereby you rely on clients to come to you, it's not easy. You know, you get a lot of how could I say, demotivated a lot. Like you don't feel yourself. Whereby misschien 1 week it's quiet, 1 week it picks up again. You know, you get a lot of people that badmouth you also. Also, you know, the haters gotta hate.
Yeah, there's always going to be that, yeah.
But we live with it. But
And you grow
my
through
biggest
it.
motivation was my mother's, and her prayers kept me going, always.
And your mom, is she also creative, or did she just have
Very
to
creative.
embrace that with you?
Like on a young age, she was a fashion model. So come on, what
So
do you
it's
mean?
in the blood.
It's in the blood. And she dances. Even if I bring her in now, she would have danced in front of this camera, you know. And I can't wait for her to see this, because she will be so excited. Like the pictures she saw in the Republican newspaper, she went booming all over Facebook, everywhere. My son's in the newspaper, so
She must be incredibly proud.
She's really proud of me, you know.
Well,
From
it's
where I
good,
was
yeah.
and where I am now,
You've come a long way.
life taught me.
In such a short span of time, and I mean, you're so young, you have your whole life still ahead of you, and this is literally only the beginning of your tattoo empire.
Yes.
And your creative empire, because I'm sure you're still going to venture into other art forms.
Bigger is better, you know.
Exactly.
Go big or go home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Versace.
Thank you very much for this interview. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for coming all the way out to Commersdal OK Mini Markets. Imaginations Tattoo Parlor, coming to you live on the floor. Versace the artist, 081-2898-084. Get that ink on, but think before you ink.
Come on now. Think before you ink. And that is unfortunately all we have for you today in our WeChat segment with
Cheers.
Versace, the artist. Now let's head right into an interview where we get into business with Tololi's Philemon Angolo.
And thank you, Jemima, for that wonderful interview. That's it for today, folks. Please tune in again next week when my colleague Tuyemo Hadula will bring you news from the far north. Have an awesome week. Cheerio.